Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. So today's video is a detangling tool showdown. Over the years guys, I've used so many different detangling tools and I finally reeled everything down to one tool I probably couldn't live without. However, I do survive off 2 detangling tools as well as my fingers. So I thought let me share that with you guys if there's anyone out there who's really thinking about a detangling tool to get. This may give you an idea before you jump and buy something your hair doesn't like. So I'm going to rank it in terms of favourites and start with my least favourite first, which is the Denman brush. So this is probably the most commonly known detangling tool in the hair sphere, and I do like the Denman brush. It's my least favourite in a sense that I found other tools that I find detangle a lot better. But in terms of price, so this is a small handbag one, but the medium-sized brush, which I guess is the original, retails at $6.99. So some of the pros of the brush. First of all, the bristles are flexible. I believe they're made out of plastic, but they're quite nice and quite flexible. And a lot of naturals do actually love the Denman brush. They find that it detangles quite well in and out of the shower. My issues with the Denman brush are, whilst I love the flexibility of the bristles, I do think that they aren't spaced out wide enough. They're quite, close together. And I think that kind of increases manipulation, because imagine if you've got a head full of knots and tangles and it's so close together, it kind of is similar to a comb, and I just feel like it's a lot of manipulation and pressure pulling at your hair. One nice thing about it is that the bristles are quite long, so I guess that means that they do have the potential to cover and get through a larger area of hair. But I mean, I love this when I was relaxed. I didn't like this when I was transitioning because I just found that it just couldn't get through the knots and tangles as smoothly as some of my other detangling tools. Maybe because whilst it's flexible, it is to some extent quite rigid. But yeah, it's really nice, it's affordable. With regards to durability, this lasts a long time, and the quality I think pretty much remains constant. So on one of the other detangling tools, which I'll show you guys, I found that it's got some bubbles on it, and this doesn't wear, in my opinion, as much as the other one that I'm going to show. So yeah, unfortunately this is my least favourite. Next tool is the Tangle Teezer. I feel like a con artist talking about this, because if you guys have followed the blog over the years, I've raved, oh my gosh, I've raved about the Tangle Teezer. During my transition I was like, Tangle Teezer, oh my god, oh my god. I absolutely loved this. I don't use it anymore, but I'll just discuss some of the pros just in case, again, other people have had more positive experiences with it, and just so you know. So I love the fact that it is, it's got an interesting shape, right? I think they say it's an ergonomic kind of design, and some people don't like that because they find that it slips out of their hands in the shower, which I never experienced. But I like the design. I think it's quite nice and snug and fits in your hand. What I loved the most about the Tangle Teezer, guys, are the bristles. Oh my goodness, the flexibility is immense. This is the most, out of all the tools I'm going to show, the Tangle Teezer has the most flexible bristles. They bend in all different types of directions, and what's quite nice about the Tangle Teezer is the bristles are of different lengths. So I guess that just means that it's able to, I don't know, disperse itself quite nicely around the different strands of your hair. So yeah, I would use this in the shower, I would use this out of the shower, and it would smoothly glide through my hair, and I loved it. However, onto the cons. What I experienced, especially during my transition, was that well, first of all, I used this was the only tool I used during my transition pretty much every single day, which upon reflection was way too much. But after a few months, I found that I was experiencing a lot of breakage, but not split ends or breakage at the ends of my hair, but mid-shaft damage. Okay, damage, yeah, mid-shaft damage. So I'd find a strand of my hair would split into 2, have a bulb, and then continue. and it was just really, really weird. And it's like, you know, there was nothing else I was really doing. I wasn't really using heat, but I was consistently using this, and I think that this definitely played a role in damage on my transitioning hair. Fortunately, obviously, I cut off my relaxed ends, and I think I got rid of most of the damage, but I've also heard from many naturals and read many reviews that say that this shreds your hair, which is like quite a harsh term to use for it, but it's, yeah, I just don't use this anymore. I previously absolutely loved it. If you want to give it a try, then, you know, be my guest, but please keep an eye on observe your hair after like a few weeks of using it. Another thing, another con, unfortunately, is that in terms of durability and quality, this is hands down the worst of all the tools that I've used. You'll see in the close-up there are bubbles or bulbs on the ends that formed after using this for a few months. I've had it for quite a while, but those bubbles, I guess if you can imagine when you're like washing your hair and you've got chips in your nails, they will like, you know, pull at parts of your hair and like rip your hair, and that's exactly what I found with this. There are bubbles galore. So quality wise, I'd have to say that this definitely isn't cutting it. I don't use this anymore. This just sits in a box. I don't even let my sisters use it. I just don't, I'm not a fan anymore. Previously was one, but I'm just not a fan. So yeah, that's the Tangle Teezer. In actual fact, I would probably say that this would come last, and the Denman Brush would be in 4th place. Yeah, so switch. The next tools, so from here onwards, guys, it's positive stuff. I love these tools, but of course they have to be ranked. So the next tool is actually the tool that I've had for the shortest amount of time, and it is called the Kent Pro Airheads AHP6. So it's a medium-sized paddle brush. My first point of contact with this brush was just over a week ago. I went to have my hair cut and shaped. I think I mentioned I wanted to have it cut and shaped in a few like videos before. That didn't happen for specific reasons, but anyway, when I was there, the stylist, you know, was going to detangle my hair. It was in an old twist out, and she brought this, and I was like, you know, like, I twitch, oh my gosh, like, why is she bringing a paddle brush to detangle my hair? Is she crazy? And I didn't say anything. I was just holding my mouth, like, I was so nervous. And she started to, you know, detangle my hair, guys. I couldn't feel a thing. I just was looking in the mirror and my hair was just fluffy. It was like fluffy. I was so confused. I was like, what is this brush? Let me have a look at it. And honestly, hands down, one of the best detangling tools that I've experienced being used on my hair, even more so by someone else using it on my hair. So yeah, so mechanics, it has a handle with a bit of grip, so you can also use it in the shower. The bristles are the hardest amongst all of the tools that I'm going to show you. They are a cone shape. I think it's a really, you know, good quality plastic. It's quite hard and very smooth. However, right at the base, or would you say the root of the bristles, you can see that they move around, so they're actually in fact flexible themselves. Nicely spaced out, not too close together, and covers a large area of hair. I can only say from, you know, my experience with this that, you know, I think it's a fantastic detangling tool. I bought this at £20, I think because of the fact that salons can sell tools that they buy at any price they wish, but I did check online and I think it retails for just over £10 from the Kent Pro website. And yes, I'm in love. I forgot to mention the Tangle Teezer retails, I think, from like £9.99 upwards. So yeah, that's the Kent Pro, second place. Not second place, the next one, whatever, I think third, or yeah. So my favourite, number 2, the second best, which is actually the first best, because the first detangling is the best detangling tool I'm going to talk about later on my fingers. But if we're talking just solely actual bought tools, this is number 1. This is the Felicia Leatherwood Detangling Brush. Such a weird brush, guys, because it actually like resembles like a comb or several combs like placed onto one like holding area or whatever. So yeah, this, guys, is amazing. this is the best detangling tool I have ever used. So it's like $9.99. You can't really find it in drugstores or like your local Superdrug or Boots, but you can buy it online, so I'll leave all of the links below. Again, like I said, it's like you have 7 combs, flexi combs right next to each other, and they've all been put together to look like a brush. The out of all of the tools I've shown you guys, these probably have the second like hardest bristles. So they're flexible, yes, but they're not as flexible as, for example, the Tangle Teezer. However, what I love about this is that, you know, let's say you're brushing through your hair and you come across a knot. With some of the other tools, you'd have to just kind of pull through or restart from the bottom. But with this, it kind of, you know, glides with the best. Sorry, my camera cut out, but I was saying that, like, if you come across a knot or a tangle, this will kind of glide with and find the best direction to smoothen it out as best as possible because of its like flexibility, if that makes sense. With regards to like durability as well and quality, it's not changed since I bought it. I've had it for over a year and it looks pretty much the same as when I first got it. And finally, always gonna be first place are your fingers. I would say that like detangling tools for me are personally used only if I really want to achieve like, you know, a super smooth like twist out or braid out or something. Besides that, I really try to make sure I use my fingers most of the time. I think they wreak the like least amount of havoc on your hair, and yeah. I also wanted to say, guys, giveaway, thank you guys so much for like all of your love on the channel, your comments, and for everyone who subscribed. I really wanted just to give back something really small, it's really tiny, but simple entry requirements for this giveaway. It will just be solely a YouTube giveaway. If you can just put a comment down below and say enter me, then that means you're entering yourself for the possibility of winning any 2 detangling tools that you would like. I will mention the winners next week in next week's video, and that's really it. I'll leave any information I've forgotten down below because I'm like all over the place. But guys, thank you so much, and talk to you next time. Bye.